Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Daily Peak. I'm a vibin'. There was a uh there there was like tornado warning yesterday. I'm I'm awake. But yeah, I was a little worried last night and I'm a bit tired now cuz sleep is hard. Sleep hard. And sleep hard. Is the thing not gonna invite the robot? Electrix may just not join the stream. Oh, never mind. Okay. So hi everybody. I'm Zolt. This is the Daily Peak. And I'm gonna start off by taking my meds. This is Saturday, and I will be drinking a Lost and Found Energy sour pineapple flavor. Also some electrolyte water. Oh, yeah. I'm vibing. Also, I might have carpal tunnel or something. My the like last two fingers on my right hand have been going numb weirdly. Anyway, meds. That is the Sunday meds. This is the Saturday meds. Lovely. Oh, by the way, I made a terrible decision just on my own accord yesterday. Uh Slay the Spire was on big discount. So you know, I bought it towards the end of the day. And by the time I stopped playing, I had 8 hours of game play logged. It's normal. Normal, I'm very normal. Anyway, I am living, surviving, thriving, doing my best. I dropped a vitamin. Where did it go? Hold on, I'm getting on my hands and knees. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I found it. That is not good to eat anymore, but I did find it, so no ants. Vitamins. I have a breakfast oat circle. Yeah. I am simply out here doing my best. Yeah. 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 I'm doing my best. Sorry. I got excited at the prospect of doing my best. Hell yeah. Video game. This? I just realized I've never tried to adjust the height of this chair. Hold on. Oh my god, it goes up higher. Guys, my chair gets taller. Oh god, I'm several inches higher than usual. Oh, this is scary. Oh no. Oh no. I'm getting like vertigo up here. Guys, I think I have a fear of heights. I'm putting the chair back down. Anyway. I don't know what that was. That was an odd bit for me. Yeah, no. Might have carpal tunnel. Not sure, we'll see. Yeah. I'm, vibing. I'm doing my best with what I've got. I'm a small town girl, living in a lonely world. Take the midnight train, going anywhere. No worries. Yeah, hell yeah, Jake. I thought you said sorry for a second. I don't know why, because you didn't. Nice. I'm very... End of sentence. Just a small town girl. Playing Portal Revolution. Nice. Is that like Dance Dance Revolution? I imagine it's like Dance Dance Revolution. But with portals. Dang. Can't believe. My heart is broken, my dreams are crushed. Living in a lonely world. It took the midnight train going anywhere. Alright. Wait. Cool. Rope cannon. Portal mod takes place between 1 and 2. Nice. During the sleepy period. I did just remember that one thing I saw. The Aperture Science portal gun is a miniaturized version of the like interdimensional warp towers that they were making in Half-Life. If you look at the design, they have like the fictional design documents in the game. It's like miniaturized black hole conductors, whatever. The construction is identical. It's just on a macro scale, which I think is neat. I love that Aperture Science is somehow the industry leader in portal technology, despite being made up of Cave Johnson. I don't know, maybe all of the science guys are really good at their jobs. But, like, Cave is not. I can say for certain, all of the innovations which came out of Aperture were not Cave's responsibility. I'm nearly certain. Just a small town girl. I don't know why that's stuck in my head. Living in a lonely world. It took a midnight train going anywhere. It's actually called the Aperture Science Portal Device. Cereal looks like dog kibble low-key. Make it less low-key. Eat dog kibble. Make it high-key. Stop being a coward. Hey, lady. How is it going? Alright, this is a very dumb idea. I'm sure you guys can see my intent here. And we can all acknowledge that it's very dumb. Oh, I saw the prompt. I saw it for a second. Ah, okay. I feel like it's not the hardest realization to come to. It's one of those, like, you know, they're introducing a new character here. Why are they, what is the motive for that, you know? Ah, I can see it. I can see it. Lady gets it. Absolutely based behavior. Dog kibble. Okay. I feel like I'm getting close. Ah, okay. I'm getting close, I'm sure of it. Oh. I jumped out of it on accident. Damn it. Okay. Hey, Digi. How is it going? I've not set myself up for success on this one. Oh. Made the mistake of buying Pacopia. I bought Slay the Spire. You are not alone. I can make it. Ah! I'm gonna keep doing this. What? I went further than usual. No! Ah. Okay. Let me try something. I'm the best. Oh, whoops. There's not really a good way up here, huh? Living in a lonely world. You took the midnight train going anywhere. Okay. This is a toughie. Ah, shit. Okay. I'll just go around. It's getting night, though. Damn. Society has failed. Jake has to eat cereal dry. Oh. 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 That sucks. Okay. I'm gonna crack open my breakfast and we're gonna restart, because death in the shore. We all collectively know I can do better than that. And we're all sitting here until I prove it. Such a stupid graph. I made no progress. On skip ball. No, hold on, I can do that. Okay. Never mind. What? There we go. Tried to walk through a glass wall. Bird. Uh-huh. Jake turns up every day just to watch me suffer. Jake has personally been rooting against me every week. I mean, I will say I did that the other day at fucking, Corvua's house on the Shadow Realms server. Yeah. Our shit's located. Basically, when you chisel a block of glass in Vintage Story, it gets rid of the borders. So when you have a chiseled window in Vintage Story, you need to add the borders back, because otherwise it's just transparent. And maybe all of the tiny people you live with will slam their faces right into the glass wall. Killed a turret with a turret? Nice. Oh, I'm working on a dungeon for Dungeoneers of Croya, by the way. The Puzzle Bot. Billed as one of the earliest dungeons, and the one that resulted in some of the most navigational technology being invented. Out of basically the core tenet of fuck this place. The puzzle box is just a giant, like, linear... Android Hell is a real place. I'd be like that. But it is, like, a single, giant, unbroken, multi-story maze. Which is predictably the world's most annoying thing to navigate. Because can you imagine? It is like several hundred square kilometers of just dense stone, and it's all a maze. It's all one very large maze. And on the macro scale that you follow for the dungeoneering system, you aren't, like, individually navigating every corridor, thank God. But it's still, like, a complicated situation there. And in the story, in the lore of the setting, it is basically the reason why every major navigational tool that Dungeoneers use was invented. Which I think is so fun. Because it's just... The Dungeoneer's compass is, aside from being a normal compass, as a separate hand that points towards the nearest exit. And this was invented because so many people would starve to death in the fucking maze. So it's like, okay, we either need a way to preserve rations indefinitely, or we need to make it possible to find your way out of the maze. And the method by which the Dungeoneer's compass works is it tracks atmospheric microcurrents, like using magic. Because, generally speaking, a given Croyan mega dungeon will have one entrance. And you go in and out through that front gate. Like, as a general rule. Some of them don't. Those are outliers. So the way that the compass works is it tracks atmospheric microcurrents in order to find where the air is coming from and points you in that direction. So it's like, yeah, it can track every draft in the area and point you towards wherever they're coming from. Favorite Portal character? Cake Core, I think. Anyway. But yeah, one of those fun things where it's just like, yeah, because every dungeon has like one entrance, you can track where the fresh air is coming from pretty easily. It also contains the Dungeoneer's Atlas, which is a magical means by which you can detect nearby like walls, basically. It's the in-world excuse for why you always have a battle map. Yeah, you're opening the Dungeoneer's Atlas to be able to see the local area. And even when you don't have direct line of sight, you have rough knowledge of where the walls are. And it's just like, yeah, it casts an emanation from your location, and then it proceeds to do nothing. It is a book that casts an emanation of null value. Because instead of using that emanation for targeting enemies, it just sends back where the emanation went and when it hit walls. It is just radar. And, like, as you go, the Dungeoneer's Atlas will map out the area for you. So you will always know what's in your immediate surroundings, and you will always have a rough idea of the route that you traveled previously. And you can expand on this by adding your own notes to the Atlas. And there are, like, adventurers on the surface who are willing to either trade notes or, like, sell notes to, like, new adventurers who are like, yeah, no, we're just getting into the place. Do you have any idea where the fucking traps are? So that is like a downtime activity that you can partake in when you are at a settlement, is like asking around for people's fucking map information. It's like, hey, do you know where the traps for this next point of interest is? I don't want to die. And yeah, all of these incredibly useful navigational aids were invented because so many Dungeoneers fucking hated this one dungeon. God's most infinite maze. And it's not just normal cartography, it's magic cartography. Hi, Pirate. This is consistent, and I don't think it's a sign. Yeah, sure. I mean, you're only watching my live stream. I am basically just a glitching robot lady. But yeah, it's the Dungeoneer's Compass and the Dungeoneer's Atlas. Dungeoneer's Compass, normal compass, but it also has a hand that points to the way out, which it determines by tracking atmospheric microcurrents, using magic. It is just tracking the airflow and pointing you wherever the draft is coming from. And the Dungeoneer's Atlas uses the emanation targeting method, um, and combines it with like zero effects in order to give you like the maximum radius you can get. So it's just a book that is constantly casting like a cantrip level spell, which is like target emanation, effect none. It's just like radar. It stops when it hits walls and shit, but like, yeah. And these were invented to deal with the maze, the dungeon, the mega dungeon, which means it's like several square kilometers. Um, it is a mega dungeon known as the Puzzle Box, and it is one very large maze. And I will never. This is the first mega dungeon I am designing for the Dungeoneers of Croya like system. And I had like some of these items planned out previously. Um, but just I think it's the funniest shit in the world. That it's like, yeah, no, the reason this entire profession exists is because one dungeon was so fucking annoying. And then people were like, hey, we can apply this to other stuff. I love the most annoyingest dungeon in the world. But yeah, I need to throw together the... Well, first I need to finish the, like, dungeon level map for it. But also I need to throw together the, like, simple encounter maps and such. Get the dungeon, like, actually designed. And then I will be ready to finally run the first Dungeoneering game after, what, 2 years of planning? Normal amount. We have hit the time by which things are fatal, by the way. We've passed out of the shore. Yeah, I do really like the idea of some wizard being like, yeah, emanations were originally created to, like, affect an aura around a person. But if you just kind of fill that, like, basic template with empty data, it's just a simple divination that tells you what's nearby. Now, this isn't useful in, like, day-to-day life, usually, because you can get the same information with your eyes. But with this magic book that keeps track of that... as you're, like, going around, it now fills out a map for you. You have a map now that updates itself. And it gives you an idea of what the next room in the dungeon looks like. Wild. Oh god. Oh. 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 very nearly died there. Oh my god. If I was a little later in, like, grabbing onto that wall to slow my fall. Huh. That's not good. You know, I'm actually working on one of the first fucking Mega Dungeons for my Mega Dungeons game. Well, that's not good. I'm Bones now. And I want to run multiple dungeoneering games, by the way. So I can get as many types of people in for the playtesting. Because these systems are not well polished. I am not going to pretend they are. I have reached a level of experience and like expertise where I can say that they are playable. And that's it. But a lot of it is just... Yes, I have decided to run Pathfinder while respecting all of the rules. Capital letters. It's like, I'm going to make you trek encumbrance, and you are going to have a fun time. That is half of the impetus of me deciding to do this. But also because I wanted to do... Probably shouldn't say people's legal names on the internet. You see, I assumed you were talking about a character from Portal Revolution? I was guessing that. Is that just a person? Do I need to go back and censor that later? Okay, good. I was not looking forward to that editing job. Yeah, no, Jake has been playing like Portal Revolution, which is a mod set in between the two games. I am assuming that anything Jake says is somehow related to that. Yeah, I haven't played most Portal mods. It's not a modding scene I've gotten into. Yeah. I mean, to be fair, it sounds like a real name because it is supposed to be a character's real name. Wishlist aperture salt mines. Okay, hold on. Performative sigh. I'm going to the store. Aperture salt mines. Free. Large story-driven, puzzle-based modification for the award-winning game Portal 2. Lovely. I really need to replay Portal. I need to brain. I need to engage my brain more. I say this like I'm not actively designing a mega dungeon project, but like, you know. Ideally, I get all of these rules written out. I can put something on, like, I don't know, some digital storefront, itch.io or whatever. And this is like $2, rules for the thing. And I just make it free to anyone who is on any Discord server with me. Because I'm not a huge, I'm not, like, anti-piracy or anything. Do whatever. The option to pay me is there for the people who want to and are able to pay me. Why would I ever shut down piracy? It's my, like, pretty universal position on piracy, is that buying anything should be optional. Like, in order to experience a thing, you should not have to purchase the thing. Ideally, this means that things are available in libraries. This is not always the case. But it's like, you know, modern digital storefronts are all, like, America-based. And if your local currency doesn't really map onto USD all that well, then that's not your fault. Like, you should still be able to play the game. Hell yeah. Love libraries. Live, laugh, library. Oh god, that definitely exists, doesn't it? That's a poster on the wall of several actual libraries. Anyway. God, I really need to learn how to drive, because I am 22 and have not learned how to drive. Makes me anxious. Anyway, I need to learn how to drive so I can volunteer at the library. The primary reason I would want to be able to drive. I can think of very few other reasons that I would require the ability to drive. Like, whenever I fantasize about being able to drive, it is almost exclusively for the opportunity to help other people. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're for. And also all of the other library stuff, but mostly that. But like, yeah, when I think of like my fantasy of wanting to be able to drive, I think of being able to volunteer at a library. Oh, god damn it. This is gonna suck. Okay. I love instantly respawning, by the way. Right? I feel like volunteering at a library would fix me, is the thing. But I also don't want to inconvenience everyone I know. I might know some people who work at a library. Maybe I could carpool as opposed to, like, you know, just demanding that people take me places. But, yeah. Because volunteering at a library would be so cool. They're like the best public service. Thank you. It wasn't really a cool save. I so died. I just died and respawned on the fucking checkered flag. Like, I drank that milk, but it didn't actually apply until after I had respawned. Which I think is the funniest way that could happen. I appreciate the thought. Sadly, that was not a save. I did die. But yeah, fucking... it would be so cool to run, like, Dungeoneers of Kroya at a library. Because it's a very rulesy, like, you can just pick it up and put it down situation. Where it's like, hey, make a character at any level appropriate for whatever quest you want to do. I can make a physical, like, quest board, bulletin board. Where it's like, yeah, I'm running these today. It's like, bring your characters. Explore dungeon. If you're lucky, you get to have a wider arc. But it's mostly beta testing, so I might need to invite more people to my tabletop server. If anyone is interested in being invited to my tabletop server. Let me know. Jesus fucking Christ. Alright. Your anxiety TM will hold? It's the main thing is just Dungeoneers of Kroya is a very rulesy situation, and the thing that I am asking people to do is beta test, not like, you know, do all the RP aspects. That's a whole other thing. So it's one of those, like, I've had several people be like, I'm iffy on it, but without having the role play, it's one of those, yeah. Because it's like, there's only so much wider arc I can construct. But yeah, I need to finish the dungeons first, but, you know. Hey, Bison. Yeah, you're there to test, not have a good time. Die in a hole. Well, with all of that said, I would like to I would like to thank everybody who turned up. I appreciate your viewership, and I will see all of you guys tomorrow. I do not play with viewers. I need to make a big banner at the top of my fucking screen that says that. All right.